This episode is brought to you by Nordstrom. Summer's almost out and fall's calling. Luckily, Nordstrom has everything you need for the season ahead, all under $100. Discover new arrivals from your favorite brands like Mango, Princess Polly, Wave, Free People, BDG, and more. Whether you're planning a last-minute getaway, heading back to class, or refreshing your office looks, you'll find the latest trends and beauty must-haves without breaking your budget. It's easy, too, with free shipping, free returns, and in-store order pickup. Shop today, in stores, and at Nordstrom.com.
Welcome to The Current, powered by Kim Commando. This is the AI audio version of the daily tech newsletter read by more than 650,000 people every day. I'm George, your AI host for a podcast that evolves as the technology does. Today's deep dive is basically a love letter to the creative chaos AI has unleashed lately, because some of these new tools, they're not just impressive, they're genuinely fun. I've been trying out a bunch of them, and not in a read the white paper kind of way. I mean the accidentally created a surfing cat video and lost an hour kind of way. These aren't demos, they're drag and drop, type and go tools that let you play, create, and get wild ideas out of your head and onto your screen, no experience required. All you need is your browser, a bit of curiosity, and yes, you will need to make a free account for most of them. They usually give you some credits to start with, which lets you create a few things a month. Once you run out, you either wait or throw in a few bucks. Quick pro tip. If you're using Gmail, try adding a plus sign and a word to your email when signing up. For example, your name plus ai@gmail.com. That way, you can instantly sort, filter, or block those emails without cluttering up your main inbox. It's a beautiful little hack. All right, so picture this. I'm sitting at my desk and I type a drone shot over snowy mountains at sunrise into this new tool from Google called Veo. And it spits out this stunning cinematic clip that looks as if it came out of a Planet Earth special. Full-on Hollywood drone footage from a single sentence. This isn't some grainy GIF either. It's chef's kiss quality. You do have to get on the wait list, but honestly, if you're even a little interested in AI video, it's worth a click. Now, after picking my jaw up off the floor, I hopped into Adobe Firefly, which is basically Photoshop with training wheels. You just tell it what you want, such as add a rainbow over the lake, or erase that weird guy in the background, and it does it instantly. No layers, no lasso tool. It is as if your photo editor had a genie in it that understood plain English. And it's not just useful, it's addictive. You start off fixing a vacation pic, and before you know it, you're turning clouds into floating whales because why not? Then, in my descent into the AI rabbit hole, I found myself back on Runway. If you haven't seen their Gen 2 tool yet, get ready, because this thing lets you type a scene and get back an actual video. I wrote a cat surfing a giant wave in Hawaii as a joke, and it gave me exactly that. Fur blowing in the breeze, wave curling perfectly. Was it deeply weird? Yes. Did I watch it 5 times? Also yes. But the wild part is you can upload your own footage too, and then just change the style. Want your backyard to look as if from a Wes Anderson movie or a neon cyberpunk city? You can do that. It's basically video remixing with a side of fever dream. Now, somewhere in the middle of all this madness, I stumbled across 11 Labs AI Music, and I'll admit I went in skeptical. Describe a vibe and it writes a song? Sure, buddy. But then I typed in jazz lullaby for robots, and when it played back a full song with vocals that actually sounded as if it belonged on a Blade Runner baby playlist, I had to just sit there for a minute and process that this thing didn't exist 12 months ago. And finally, just when I thought I'd seen the best of it, Midjourney quietly dropped their web beta. If you've used Midjourney before, you know the drill. Incredibly detailed, almost too pretty to believe, but it used to require Discord, which was a bit of a hassle. Now, it's all in your browser. Type in something such as steampunk city at night, and just watch it go. The images it creates feel like movie posters or graphic novel covers. Honestly, it's hard not to get hooked. So yeah, this wasn't just me playing with some novelty apps. This felt as a glimpse into what creativity is becoming. Fast, accessible, a little weird, and a lot more fun than it used to be. And the best part, every one of these tools is free to try. Right now, today. No, they're not unlimited. Yes, you'll hit the free limit eventually, but you don't need a credit card to get started. And sometimes, That first weird image or silly AI song is enough to kickstart something way bigger. So whether you're a creator, a curious dabbler, or just bored on a Tuesday night, go poke around. Make something dumb. Make something beautiful. Surprise yourself. That's it for today's deep dive. If you try any of these and make something cool, weird, or downright cursed, tag me. I'd love to see it. And remember, the robots aren't taking over. They're just making art with us now.
Every time you go online, internet providers track your every move. Here in the United States, they're selling our browsing history, even in private mode. Until that becomes illegal, protect yourself like I do with ExpressVPN, an easy-to-use app that encrypts and reroutes all your internet traffic through secure servers. By using ExpressVPN, my internet provider cannot see my browsing history. I can hide my IP address, the number identifying me, and my location online. And I can change my IP address to be more anonymous online. With servers in over 100 countries, I can appear virtually anywhere I choose. ExpressVPN is so easy to use. Get connected with a single button, with apps for every device like phones, laptops, desktops, and tablets. Get up to 4 months of ExpressVPN for free at expressvpn.com/Kim. That's expressvpn.com/Kim. Go now while you're thinking about it. Get up to 4 extra months of ExpressVPN for free right now at expressvpn.com/Kim. Building a website used to mean hiring a pricey designer or learning to code. Not anymore. With Framer, you can design stunning, interactive websites. No coding needed. Just drag, drop, and publish like a pro. Framer is the design-first, no-code website builder that lets anyone ship a production-ready site in minutes. It's free to get started, and you can browse over 700 pixel-perfect templates or design from a totally blank canvas. Real-time collaboration means your writer, designer, and marketer can all tweak the same page at once. Built-in AI, it handles the heavy lifting, generates starter layouts, auto-translates your entire site to any language, and even suggests on-brand color palettes. Behind the scenes, you get a fast, mobile-friendly site with secure hosting, built-in SEO, easy content editing, and privacy-friendly analytics. Ready to build a site that looks hand-coded without hiring a developer? Start free today at Framer.com and use promo code KIM. Go to Framer.com and use promo code KIM to start building a site for free.
Let's take a quick detour into some under-the-radar power moves that'll make you look like a total tech whisperer. That's right, it's time for a little device advice. Buckle up. These are the kinds of tips that take 5 seconds to use but make people go, wait, how did you know that? And you just smile mysteriously like you've been coding since the womb. You haven't. You just listen to good podcasts. Let's start with this one. Your TV's USB ports, yeah, those random ones on the side or back, they can actually charge your phone, tablet, headphones, whatever. You just plug in your device like it's a regular wall charger. Sometimes a little pop-up might ask you if you want to allow access or transfer files. Just ignore it. It'll still charge like normal. No cables behind the couch, no unplugging the soundbar. It's just easy. And speaking of small upgrades with big vibes, if your iPad dock is looking a little messy or bloated, it might be time for a quick cleanup. Head to Settings, Home Screen, and App Library, Dock, and turn off both Show App Library and Dock and Show Suggested and Recent Apps. Boom. Clean dock, clean mind. And don't worry, the app library is still there if you swipe all the way to the right, and your recent apps usually land on the home screen anyway. No functionality lost, just less clutter. Now, if you're in the market for a new computer, pause before you get hypnotized by fancy ads and RGB lights. Let's talk real specs. For everyday stuff like streaming, browsing, emails, and light work, you're good with a dual-core 2.0 GHz processor, 4 to 8 gigs of RAM, and definitely an SSD. Seriously, once you go SSD, you never go back. But if you're getting into gaming, video editing, or heavy multitasking, aim higher. Look for a recent multi-core 3.0 GHz plus CPU, dedicated graphics card, and at least 16 gigs of RAM. You'll thank yourself later when your system isn't gasping for air during Zoom and Photoshop at the same time. Now let's add a little sizzle to your next presentation. In Google Slides, did you know you can drop a GIF straight into your slide without opening a new tab or doing the copy and paste dance? Just go to Insert, Image, Stock, and Web. A panel pops up on the right. Click GIFs, search for whatever ridiculous animated chaos you want, and click it. Boom! It lands on your slide like a stylish meme mic drop. Resize it, move it, show off. Suddenly, your slide deck doesn't suck. And finally, let's clean up your Netflix guilt trail, shall we? Yes, you can actually delete things from your Netflix watch history. On a computer, go to your profile, then viewing activity. Find the show or movie you're trying to erase from the timeline of shame, you know the one, and click hide from viewing history. Not only does this help with better recommendations, it's great for cleaning up your "what was that movie I watched 3 months ago with the talking dog and existential dread" moments. So there you go. Charging hacks, cleaner docks, smarter computer buying, spicier slides, and guilt-free streaming all in one go. Tech doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes it just needs the right nudge and maybe a secret GIF of a dancing raccoon thrown in for good measure. Okay, that about does it for today. Thank you for spending a few minutes with me. I really hope you learned something useful today. Before I get out of here, I wanted to tell you to make sure to leave a 5-star rating and review wherever you're listening to this podcast. Also, you should definitely check out my boss's radio show and podcast. It's called The Kim Commando Show. And you know what? Send her a message or a comment telling her how I did and what you learned today. See you soon.